Shalom, Rainer Corns. It is Ellie here. It has been a minute. It has been quite a minute. Now, give me 1 second. I need to turn the TV down. But we're going to get into it. We're going to have a serious topic that we're talking about right now, okay? Serious topic because I'm telling you, this is the end of it. I'm tired. I am exhausted. I'm tired of grown man children. I'm sick of it. I have my own child, and he's more mature than a lot of you guys are. I'm tired. Most of the subscribers on my page are males. So if you get your feelings hurt, feel free to unsubscribe. Feel free to leave me alone. Feel free to never talk to me again. I'll show up on your For You page and on your algorithm and stuff like that because what I'm saying is true. And people don't like me for no reason because I be saying things that hurt their feelings because I cut deep and they don't like it. It's uncomfortable. I don't care. I do not care. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. I've seen too many tragedies happen in the small 4 years of me doing this work, man. In the small 4 years of me doing this work, I have seen so much just unethical behavior. It's ridiculous. And so, a lot of I'm gonna say it like this. A lot of people look up to different people, and whether you're talking about the woke conscious spiritual community, whatever, and it's like, oh, these are the leaders, these are the teachers and stuff like that, and it's like, it's all great and dandy. However, the same people who have these platforms to help educate people are also in a position to make a grand change. Yes, sharing information is great, and that is making a change. However, what is the point of I'm being straight up. What's the point of all these males specifically? Because they're supposed to be the leaders, the providers, and the protectors, right? What is the point of all these males doing collaborations on the internet if they're not actually doing the things that they're talking about? It's like, oh, well, they have cloned meat now, and oh, it's all poisoned food, and oh, they're indoctrinating children in schools, and don't celebrate the 4th of July. It's just independence. What independence? Da, 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 da. Well, they have the resources and abilities to change that. And they're not doing it. What are they doing? Looking at females all day. I'm telling you. They get on live. They talk to everybody in the audience as if they're on stage at a great conference and stuff like that, because that's what the internet is now. It's an online conference. And then they get off live and then they hit females in the DMs. I know, I'm one of the females that they hit in the DMs. I just look at the message, I be like, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. This isn't just subjected to woke people either, as far as like people who are specifically spiritual and don't align with any type of religious or spiritual system or anything like that. No, I'm sorry. I'm giving these Hebrew Israelite dudes. I'm gonna get on y'all another time. I'm gonna get on y'all because I will say one example of something that happened last year. This one Hebrew Israelite dude, like, I showed nothing but love. I used to donate to his channel and stuff like that. I supported what he had going on, and I took in information and learned from it. I actually did good with it. And so, for some reason, he felt the need to embarrass me and some other ladies on his page. Just trying his best to embarrass us on live. And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening right now. There was no direct, oh, you did this to me and I don't appreciate that you did this to me and da 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 da. There was none of that. It was just random sporadic yelling, and I'm like, what happened? Like, why is this happening? Them other two, I'm talking about, bro, niggas in their 40s. I'm like, why did you block me on Instagram? Oh, you black women and da 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 da. What happened? What happened? And then folks gonna delete the video. If you're gonna do all that, keep it up so people can see how you be acting. I blocked them on Instagram immediately after I got out the lab. I was like, I don't know what you got going on. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Goodbye. So you Hebrew Israelite niggas, I'm gonna get on y'all individually after a little while. Y'all are part of this too. Black men in general. And a lot of my prophetic words be for black men specifically, and it be annoying the crap out of me. I don't want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to ladies. I want to share more information about homeschooling as a mom. I want to talk more about ladies having entrepreneurial businesses and I want to talk about feminine things. I want to talk about like our health and different things that we haven't been taught about. I want to talk about midwives and doulas and ways of home birth and child care outside of the traditional system of what we have going on right now in society. I want to talk about that stuff. I don't want to talk to y'all, bruh. I don't want to talk to the males. I don't feel like it. However, y'all are the ones who were in charge of the stuff. So what's wrong with y'all? Why y'all acting the way that y'all act? Y'all say, I want to gather community together. I want to start a tribe. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then you start fucking, and then it just goes too far. You get off focus. You get off track, and you don't be doing nothing that you're supposed to be doing. All you be doing is looking at females all day. It don't make no sense. Zen said, we can't just give up the. That's the thing. We're not giving up. I'm getting on their ass right now. I'm getting on their ass, so they'll be like, you know what? It's two things. One or two things that be happening when I do this. They be like, you know what? Let me think about my actions. Because I've had somebody actually say, you made me rethink my actions. I've had a dude say that to me after I checked him. Let me rethink my actions. Or it'll be like, oh, you see what she said? And they show the video to other dudes, and then they'll be like, you know, she was saying it kind of rude, but she right. And that's what happens every time. So I'm going off on them. Bumblebee said, Empress, long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute. I've been having situations happen, so I had to take myself and my safety into priority before I just go live and just risk whatever. Zen said, we will take the planet back. We will take the planet back. Don't worry about it. But that's the thing. Like, that's true. That's true. Who's doing the work? Who's doing the work in order to have these structures built? There are different people and people in different communities and stuff like that. They have like different, whether it's communes, compounds, and stuff like that, where they're living off the land and they're taking care of themselves in a self-sustainable way as a community versus being totally dependent on the system. I'm specifically talking about the people who are in the matrix. They have these teachings and have this knowledge and have this information. They're helping other people to escape the matrix with their knowledge and information. They say that they want to do this. They say that they want to do that. And then I will literally hit them up either by email, by DM, and be like, hey, I have this plan of action and we can get started on it. They'll do one or two things. They'll be like, oh, okay. We start talking. They just think I'm cute. And then they don't pay attention to what's going on. So when it's time to do the plan, they just don't want to do it no more. And then you got other dudes who be like, oh, well, she's a woman. She couldn't know anything. And then they just completely ignore everything I'm talking about because I'm a female. And I'm just like, so what's your plan? Zen said, I'm working on myself to prepare myself for whatever. Bumblebee said, I understand taking care of yourself is very important. I greatly appreciate that. But, okay, yeah, that's the thing. Working on yourself, that's great. That's absolutely beautiful. And the thing is, being a person who is working on themselves to make sure that they are straight is way better than somebody who is complaining about something that's going on and not doing anything about it. That's the thing. That's my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is people who complain and don't do anything about the situation they're complaining about. I'm a person, I'm very literal. If there's a complaint, that means I am upset about something. This needs to change because I am uncomfortable. So I recognize that there are other people who don't see complaints that way. They just think it's okay to keep complaining about the same thing over and over again. That makes me angry. That genuinely makes me angry when people do that. How you gonna sit up here and complain about cloned meat and poisonous produce in the grocery store, and you're not even gonna take the time to garden yourself to have some sort of food that you grow on your own that's not poisonous, and then argue with me about it? What you gotta argue for? That don't make logical sense, man. And then they get around females and then they lose their minds. Sean Harris said, peace. Bumblebee says, seem as though these men be hating on the feminine. I'll get into that in a minute. Zen said, complaining won't solve anything. Solutions and actions will. Exactly. I will literally provide actionable steps and solutions to the problems that they are bringing to the situation. And I get blocked. I get talked about. I get all type of bad treatment from males, grown men. And I'm not talking about no little teenage boys. I expect teenage boys to be stupid, but the teenage boys be the one coming up to me being like, hey, Ellie, this situation happened and I think you should know about it. It be the teenage boys who be letting me know what's going on because these grown men is pussy. Bumblebee said these men forgetting we gave them life. They be forgetting what life is. They be forgetting what life is. And that's the thing, they be hating on the feminine. Bruh. Did the Bible not say that the woman, is supposed to be the helpmeet to the man? Forget wife and husband. Isn't the woman supposed to be the helpmeet to the man? So if a woman has a solution and help and assistance for the man, why is he mad? Ain't that what we built for? Excuse me. I thought there were hunters and gatherers. They go out, they go do the things, they build the stuff, they take care of the business, and then we take care of the home. I thought that was what we supposed to do. Excuse me, you brought an issue to the table and I provided a solution. Why are you mad at me? Zen said those type of men won't be here for long. Trust me when I say that. I get what you're saying. I am saying that there's too many of them in leadership positions right now. And it's making me waste time because I'm going out of my way reaching out to people who are in a higher sort of authority of being, whether that's like clout as far as numbers or they have a type of following where it just seems like people are serious. So I will reach out to them and be like, hey, we should do this, or hey, we should do that. Or people know who I am. A lot of people know who I am, man. A lot of people know who I am. And instead of reaching out to me for help, they'll not just reject, but it's like so many people target, like the Hebrew Israelite dude I was talking about. The dude was like, oh yeah, I be trying to figure out why all these dudes talk about you. I think it's just because they want to get with you. I'm like, who? Who are you talking about? Why are y'all talking about me? What's going on? You're 40. Leave me alone. I'm half your age. Why am I a topic of discussion when you're saying you want to build a community? If you're not hitting me up saying, hey, so what was that idea you had? You said buy a few acres and then structure the land like this and then we can monetize this way in order to get more resources. What did you say? That's not ever happening. It's never happening from grown men. Ever. Yet I'm still in people's, like, my name is still in people's mouths. I'm still a topic of discussion in these men's little friend group circles, apparently fan group circles at this point, because it's weird. Why are you talking about me all day? And I'm not exaggerating either. People are telling me, like, it's like, hey, yeah, they were talking about you a whole lot. Like, they just kept talking about you. I'm like, they ain't said nothing to me. They ain't say nothing to me. And like, again, with these Hebrew Israelite dudes, there's one of them, I reached out to him, I sent him an email. He looked at my Instagram this one day. He liked one of my selfies when I was looking real good with the filter on and everything, when my hair was real short. He liked my selfie, didn't follow me back, and never talked to me again. And it's like, I sent you info. You said you wanted to buy some land and start building some stuff. Why is you looking at my Instagram liking my selfies? And it be these dudes who be like, oh yeah, this is the way you treat a woman. You you do this or do that. They expect you just because they liked your picture. And I didn't have clout back then. I had like 1,000 followers. They be expecting, oh yeah, you like her picture, and then she'll send you a DM, and then. Why are you playing games? If you grown, you grown. If you want to build me, okay, say that. If not, let's build something. I don't need to be with the nigga I'm building with. That's the issue too. It's like dudes only want assistance from females that they're romantically involved with. First of all, I'm a networker. I'm gonna know a lot of people, and I just happen to be in the industry where there's a lot of males. So if we get work done, we getting work done. Why is that a problem? Zen said, they're probably bougie. Don't even waste your time. People are weird, and they're only going to get weirder. with the solar eclipse. Carlos King said, Ellie, it's good to see you, goddess. Keep banging on them haters. Oh, okay, okay. But what's up, Carlos? Yeah. And like I get what you're saying, Zen. It's just like I'm not saying that you're inaccurate. It's just I have traveled across states. So to say don't waste my time, I've wasted my time, energy, money, resources thinking that somebody's serious about something. And how dire the situation is. It's like, okay, don't waste my time, but if somebody's saying that they want to do something, I'm here to help. So it's like, how can I not? It's kind of like, I'm not saying that you're doing it on purpose to be, I don't know if the word is facetious or like, um, not. I don't even want empathy or sympathy. It's not that. It's just like you're saying, don't waste my time. Like, what do you mean? Because I'm going towards the people who are making it known that they are seeking change in some sort of way. So if somebody's saying, I would like to buy land or I would like to buy a building so I can do this type of thing, I'm going to reach out to that person and say, I can help you directly with the thing that you said that you want to do. So I don't really see how I'm wasting my time when I am doing what I can to help this person, help the community. It has nothing to do with me. They're saying, I want to do this for the community. So I'm like, I can help them with that. And that's going to help all these many people. Yet it's focused on the way I look. It's weird. I've had like for the past 6 months, I told this on my Instagram. For the past 6 months, I was having meetings with a group of people. They say that they want to do certain things with, you know, like in general for their own businesses and having their own platforms in some way in order to help the community and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. We can set up this business, get some cash flow going. That way we can help different peoples on different tiers of being. And then y'all will be able to fulfill what it is y'all are doing for y'all soul's mission and purpose. And then we could also help the collective at the same time in this way. For 6 months, we were doing that. And they didn't even learn the material. I sent them all the material for free so that they could learn because they said that they wanted to do something. 6 months. I check in with them after a couple of months of not having a meeting and nothing. I'm like, so what is it? I'm not that pretty. Like, I know I'm pretty, but I can't be that pretty, man. To where I'm not that pretty to the point where dudes have to fake being in business with me. That's what I'm saying. Fake being in the business with me. Yes. Like, we got business stuff going on and folks not focused on the money part. They just want to be on video call with me. That's what I'm talking about.
Everybody on high work ethic skills.
Well, they shouldn't approach me then. That's my whole point.
Work ethic. I taught y'all differently.
Zen says stop trusting everyone. You know, most of them just be trying to look good in front of the camera. What's your soul mission? So, like, that's the thing. I only connect with people who have some sort of track record of their own. It's like, they did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. And then we have some sort of connection already to where it's like we've had exchanges that actually were productive. So it's not that I'm just trusting everyone. And that's the thing. I'm not saying you're trying to be facetious, but it's really coming across that way because it's like, I'm not just going towards any and everybody. And a lot of people approach me too. So it's like, it's just a repeated thing that's been happening a lot. And the people who are authentic, I don't know where they at. Because you would think that certain people are authentic. I don't know if they be going through issues. I don't know if they be getting affected, like you said, by the solar flares that be happening and their authenticity goes out the window. I don't know what be happening to them. So it's like, I don't be just trusting everybody. It be very dire situations that I be in, or it'll be like somebody who has shown some sort of evidence of being serious. So then when it comes to me, Then they stop being serious, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Why were you able to do and accomplish things over there in that situation? But then when I come around and I have a blueprint for what we can do, all of a sudden it's just, oh, well, let's not do this. Even though this is exactly what you asked for. And then it's not even just me either. It's like I've seen other people in situations where we're supposed to be gathering as a people. And I remember just specifically, I was on the phone with this one dude. He was like, yeah, so something, something, something I was building with the goddess, and then blah, 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 blah. I'm like, y'all weren't building. Y'all was fucking. Just admit it. Why can't they just admit the truth? And say, like, even outside of the, I'm going to say in the Matrix, right? I was talking to this one female, and her dude were going through a situation. She was like, oh, yeah, we supposed to be doing this. We supposed to be building. Building what? Y'all don't even know what that means. Having a romantic relationship with somebody is not building. That's not building. It's not building. It's not building. That is not creating a stable foundation. Creating a stable foundation means putting forth actionable steps in order to accomplish a goal. If your goal is to have pleasure every night, you're not going to build anything. You're using your sacral chakra energy for stuff that's going to be unproductive. Unless you're trying to produce kids, but why would you want to produce children when you don't have a solid foundation? Zen said, I believe you. I'm just saying, watch out for the energy vampires. Like, this thing, man. Like, dang. Discernment gotta be on 1 million. Like, folks got too much time, money, and resources to just be wasting and trying to make somebody else not be successful. It's like people go out of their way to make me not be successful. People want to waste my time. So, you know what I could have been focused on for the past 6 months instead of trying to work with people in this particular thing? I could have been doing the same thing and been successful with a different group of people. It's just I was intentionally trying to work with people who are awakened, people who are enlightened. And it seems like people who are enlightened are the worst people to work with. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. And when it comes to powerful female voices, that's offensive for some reason. And I'm like, the reason we have to be so powerful, I've been in the back chilling. Y'all already know. When I first started this channel in the end of 2020, I started posting in early 2021. I think my first video was on January 6th when the insurrection happened. I was chilling. I was just talking about different Bible scriptures and how they apply to real life and how we could, you know, apply things to our actual everyday principles rather than just thinking of the Bible as storybook tales. That's what I started out doing. Then I started going outside showing y'all my garden. It's like, hey guys, this is the garden. This is you know, different canned foods and preserved food and stored food, and you know, you should prepare and you make sure you store your water. And like, I was coming off real soft, real submissive. I didn't care about too much. I wasn't trying to get dressed up and like that. I saved that for my professional stuff. For my real estate stuff, yeah, sure, I'll dress up and do my hair and like, you know, be all professional talking and stuff like that. If I gotta educate people in a professional way and get paid for it, y'all ain't paying me, so what I'm gonna dress up for? Like, I got a course that I sell that makes me money. I got ebooks that I sell that make me money. I will get dressed for those people. I ain't gotta dress up for y'all. I'm just sharing information and helping out. So then when I get into my professional mode and I get into that energy, even if I don't dress up, even if I don't do my hair, it seems like black males in the spiritual space get so annoyed. They get so annoyed and angry that I'm able to do that. Look at my track record. Don't just think I just popped up in the spiritual space just because it's cool. I've been had clout. You go talk to anybody in the real estate space about me, they know who I am. Anybody who, I'm not talking about real estate agents or realtors. They might know about me too. I'm talking about investors, the people with the money who buy the properties, not the people who get a commission from the sale. Okay? I'm correcting all of this going on here, because this is not a personal thing for me and me being in my feelings by myself. I've seen this happen to other ladies going out of their way to assist and be of service and get treated terribly, get talked to all type of ways, get talked about for no reason, getting spiritually attacked. Y'all, I can't even go too deep into the spiritual attacks because most people won't even comprehend it. I'm thinking I'm talking to enlightened beings who have some sort of comprehension on this stuff. I tell people about telepathy and people look at me crazy. I'm like, so y'all don't know about telepathy? Y'all don't know about like actual energy work? Like what do y'all know at this point? It's like people just don't want to believe that I know what I know. I can't talk about like, oh yeah, so this fairy told me about this situation and then that happened. That's too far-fetched for them. People will see animals following me. People will see birds formulating figures in the sky around me or on the ground. They will see it with their own eyes and then still choose to not believe that I am that I am. The Most High God is my Father. I don't know what y'all be reverencing. Because it's like, oh yeah, the universe is or this, that. It's like, bruh, Father God Abba and Earth Mother Goddess, her name's Allah. It's like, these entities are here as our spiritual parents. And people are just using their names in vain. Literally, all this stuff is in vain. People be getting clout in vain. People be getting followers in vain. What's the point of having a following if you're not going to do nothing with it? You just screaming at your phone all day. I'm not finna sit up here and scream at my phone all day. I told y'all for 6 months I was behind the scenes, making phone calls, reaching out to people in different cities, getting all type of situations done. I had a 9-page document typed out, ready to do business 2 weeks ago. Now I can't do nothing because that group of people I was doing business with were not serious and they did not learn the information and the materials that they said they would. So now I got to do things different and I can't help y'all the way that I want to help y'all because the people who had the experience that I need, like this is how a business works. You have somebody who can do this part of the job. You have somebody who can do this part of the job. You have somebody who can do this part of the job. You have people who have different certifications in different areas. These people were certified in things that I don't have any certification in. And they knew and had experience in different things that I don't know and don't have experience in. That's how a business works. I knew stuff that they didn't know. I provided them with the information that they didn't know before. All they had to do was learn it. We could have been doing business and learning along the way, but how can you get to that point of doing stuff if you didn't even learn the basics before you step into the room? That's like going in for an audition of a TV show when you didn't even look at the script. You don't know what to say to the director. That's like trying to perform the song and you didn't even read the lyrics. You just hear the tune and just start going, na, 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 because you didn't read the lyrics. Are y'all done or y'all taking a break?
Taking a break because it started raining again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was sprinkling outside.
Okay.
And
But
I was getting wet, but I still...
my goal is to strengthen my mind and and body physically and mentally, and then strengthen those around me who are on my vibration. Mr. King Draco said, posers, sun is a feminine and with masculine energy. Kyra Montgomery said hi. Hi, Kyra. So as far as my soul mission, I'm here to help people ground their spirituality. I'm here to take all the woo-woo, wah-wah spiritual stuff that people be thinking about and in the ethers about all the time and help them ground it into actionable steps. People need to get some land, grow their own food, and homeschool their children. I am very clearly giving people a direction and way to do that. If someone doesn't know how to get land, I can show them how to get off-market land. If someone does not know how to homeschool their child, I'm showing how I homeschool my child, and I now have homeschool kits available that just became available earlier this year. So I have 2 different homeschool kits. They can learn how to build generational wealth through real estate. And that other homeschool kit is specifically here to help ground spirituality into actionable steps of everyday life. Not just sitting here and meditating and chanting. It's literally, this is the food that we are eating in order to assist with whatever parts of our bodies. I'm the definition of there's no more excuses. So for all the dudes out here, all the males out here who still want to play on females and be like, oh yeah, so I going in DMs talking about some peace, beautiful goddess, or shalom, shalom, beautiful sister. I just shut up. Are you out here doing something with your community for real? Not in the comment section, not on your page posting stuff. I'm talking about you can drive to a location and you can see something. You could drive to a location, you could see something. Do you at least have some sort of blueprint business plan in your computer that people can read and look at? Write the vision and make it plain. All these Bible lessons, people don't want to read the Bible no more because of all this and all that. No, there's still principles in there that we all can learn from. A lot of folks need it. A lot of folks need. Bible stands for basic. Hold on. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. That is the acronym of Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. So if you can't follow the basic instructions before leaving Earth, you go just do the same thing over again. And we go keep being in the situation. I'm tired of people saying that they're generational curse breakers and not breaking no generational curses. And yes, some generational curses are different for other people to break. Maybe somebody has to be part of the family lineage that has to, make a 6-figure job. Some people may have to be part of the family lineage that never ever get a divorce. Some people have to be part of the lineage that has more than 2 children because everybody has only had 2 children and somebody needs to have 3 or 4 in order for the bloodline to, flourish more. There's different generational curses to break. At the end of the day, everybody can actually, this is serious, complain about the foods that we are being fed in these grocery stores. And we can complain about the knowledge and information that the children are learning in schools because it's just faulty at this point. It's really faulty. So with that being said, take matters into your own hands. At least start growing a little something in your yard. Start growing a little something. Get a community going where other people are growing stuff and barter and trade. This stuff will happen all the time. I remember we were gardening really, really heavy, and then it would just be, neighbors coming over or like different relatives coming over to the house like, hey, I got a whole box of tomatoes, a whole box of corn, a whole box of potatoes that I grew. Then you just trade stuff out.
You're trading it.
Yes, they're trading it. It's not hard. It's more of a mental thing than it is a physical thing. It's physical work. But if my, at the time, 4-year-old son, he's 6 now, if my 4-year-old son was eager to go outside and pick tomatoes off the plant, pick squash off the plant, pick jalapenos and all type of stuff off of the plants, a grown man can do it. A mom can do it. Everybody can do it. And this was my philosophy before I got into the spiritual space. When I started teaching people about real estate, I wasn't trying to be one of them guru people. Low-key, I be trolling with my name. My name is Queen Bird Dog Guru, but that's just because somebody called me the Bird Dog Guru. Somebody called me the Bird Dog Queen. So I just put them together, and it was funny to me. But it's a thing now. Regardless, when I started teaching people, my philosophy was everybody can own real estate. Everybody needs to own real estate in some capacity. Whether you are a passive paper asset investor and you have some money into a real estate investment trust, a REIT, so you got $100 in a REIT on the stock market, a real estate investment trust, that is where a group of people, a group of investors allows people to invest in their properties on the stock exchange. So you got $100 in there, or a real estate ETF, a real estate exchange traded fund. You invest your money into that $100, whether you got $100 in a property or you own $1 million property. My philosophy is that everybody should own real estate. Everybody. Y'all know who buying up all this property in the United States. Y'all know who buying it up, and who knows what he's doing with it. Why is everybody acting like I'm a problem? And then when other people back me up, it's like everybody's getting gaslighted into thinking that I'm saying something wrong. I'm not. Oh, we don't need to buy land because we don't need to pay taxes. Our land is our birthright. It's ours in the first place. Shut up! Because y'all know this matrix is what it is. If you go to another country, you still got to buy land. I know somebody who just bought some land in Jamaica. Well, they went to Jamaica. They still bought the land though. I know a lady, she does consultations for people to buy land in Ghana. You still have to buy the land in the country of Ghana, in Africa. So don't come to me talking about don't buy land in the United States because you got to pay taxes. You got to pay for property and you got to pay taxes in whatever country you go to. Stop with that argument. It's dumb at this point. Like, it's beyond ignorance. It's dumb. It's stupid. Like, I'm really tired of repeating myself in such a mundane way. I want complicated questions. I want questions like, okay, well, you said if you grow a garden, it attracts different creatures and stuff to your garden. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you about, like, regular stuff, like, of course, like rodents, like bunny rabbits, and different types of birds, and, like, of course, like dogs and cats from the neighborhood and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that. And then the mystical creatures where you talk about fairies, gnomes, and different organisms and different, like, pixies and stuff like that. That's a different vibration of conversation. Talking to a nigga about paying taxes versus him paying rent. People are arguing with me to keep going to the grocery store and paying for food that's poisoning them and paying their rent. Rent still is paying taxes. So they're arguing to keep going to the grocery store and paying for food there and to keep paying rent versus paying taxes and growing your own food for free, if not close to free. What is the argument and the comparison here? It's not making sense, logical sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody want to be spiritual, but don't nobody want to ground their spirituality into reality. There ain't no way y'all been on this internet talking the way y'all been talking, going to these conferences talking the way y'all been talking, they ain't got no communities yet. Do you know how easy it is to buy some land? Do you know how easy it is to actually buy some land? There was literally a property that we all were grouped up. We split up the costs and everything. I told everybody, look, I already got my money. So whenever everybody brings their money to the table, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then, we can get finished. Only one person brought their money. And guess how old they were? 19. Everybody else 30-something or older. It's not hard to do. People just don't be one to do it. Mr. King Draco said the money is dying though. Zen said my mission is to be on the front line in the middle of the war. I've been taking the necessary action for a while now. Mr. King Draco said, and I'm behind a minute lag. Rock BG said hello beautiful. Mr. King Draco said I'm on board with you, Ellie. It's just the money aspect that's clearly going to put us back into mental slavery. But I'm not going to knock your hustle. Can't we just take the land? And J-Rod said 100 right. Rock BG said thumbs up. She's right. We have to own land and grow our own food. Mr. King Draco said, you see, we have to hit things from all angles. Rock BG said the price of land is getting expensive. J Ray said, gotta get an Aladio title also. Rock BG said, I want to join with y'all for real. I gotta look up Aladio title. Look, a lot of y'all's mentality around this whole concept of money is just so sad to me. I'm not trying to come at you in a like mean way. It's just you're representing a collective right now where it's like, do you not see what's happening with money right now? They're getting rid of the US dollar and they're forcing people to get into CBDCs. Those are central bank digital currencies. So if you're not familiar with what that is, they're going to force everybody to use cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in order to use money. Once you evolve to an abundance mindset, you see money differently. Like I said, we had the resources and money to buy this piece of land that we could have been gardening with now, had several harvest seasons already, and we would have been making money since that point with the food while having our own free food. having our own space to have homeschool sessions with the kids. It's not making sense anymore. And the cost of property is getting expensive. Well, if people would have bought land a long time ago, it wouldn't be expensive, now would it? Okay, a allodial title constitutes ownership of real property that is independent of any superior landlord. A allodial title is related to the concept of land held in allodium, or land ownership by occupancy and defense of the land. Most property ownership is common law jurisdictions. Is fee simple. Okay. Some states within the U.S., notably Nevada and Texas, have provisions for considering land allodial under state law, and the term may be used in other circumstances. Land is held of the Crown in England and Wales and other jurisdictions of Commonwealth realms. Okay. But yeah, essentially it's to get around taxes. And that's the thing. I don't even be talking to people about how to get free land and not pay taxes. I know how to do it. I'm not finna tell people that though. But they can't even get into a conversation of the purpose of doing it. Like, that's my thing. It's like, if you're not able to invest in doing something that's necessary, why should I show you how to do it for free if we get the land and then people are still dysfunctional? What's even the point of that? That's my entire point. It's like to the quiz. I'm not saying a whole big thing and you got to find the answers. No, you give them the exact answer sheet. The answer to number 1 is C. The answer to number 2 is A. The answer to number 3 is D. You give them the answer sheet with like the explanation of why. They don't study it, and then they fail the test, and then they're like, how did I fail the test? You didn't study. You had the answers for 3 months. So, like, I gave people so much free information over the past... I didn't do it with the Hebrew people. So it's like the past 2.5 years, the spiritual people. I've given people, like, I charge money for the stuff that I gave to people for free. Because I believe in the mission so much. I'm like, okay, cool. We can get this group of people together. We can start a business and we can, get these properties together. We can have our gardens going. And then as our communities grow, everybody will be able to have some income in order for things to keep going and keep going and keep going and growing. People just don't like to cooperate. The plan of action is never the issue. It's the people, especially the males. There was this one guy in particular. We had a direct phone conversation, and he said, people probably won't respect you because you're a female, so I'll be that masculine figure, so we can have things in line and in order. And then he vanished. I don't know what happened. I'm like, how did you directly have this conversation with me, exactly addressing an issue that you know exists, and then you make the problem worse? Like I said on Instagram earlier, like, it's a running joke, but like literally my life is a sitcom. My life is situational comedy. Even though like this situation is not funny, like the way that stuff be happening in my life, it don't make no sense. Rebecca Town said today is my birthday. Happy solar return. Mr. King Draco says, so do you think we should just buy up everything ahead of time? That's all you had to say, Ellie. If so, I can see the vision, of course. I mean, I don't really like the way that you said that, talking about that's all I had to say. I've been saying the same thing for years. Buy land, grow food, and homeschool your children. And people argue with me about it. So, like, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or sarcastic, but, like, duh. I can't be nice anymore because it's males who do this the most. The females, they have genuine questions and they ask me and they're confused about things, so I have to answer their questions. And I'm very like, I'll be like, okay, cool, well, this, that, this, that. And then, then they're like, oh, okay, well, now I get it. But males, like, they get sarcastic, they start bullying me, they talk bad about me, they try to disagree with me without any actionable steps or like plans to do anything. And when I say, hey, we should do this for this reason, and I see the complaints of people, and I'm like, okay, in order to solve this issue so nobody has to complain anymore, we do this. And then it's like, oh no, we don't want to do that. And it's like, why not? Well, we don't want to pay for property. Our property is ours. Well, obviously, it hasn't been ours for a long time now, has it? There's plenty of black people that own property. Plenty. A lot of them. If you look up people in the gardening community specifically, they just be hopping around from property to property. Oh yeah, I got 2 acres out in Florida, and then I have 5 acres in Arkansas, and then I got my 10 acres. I haven't been to my 10 acres in Tennessee yet. Black people, man. Black people. I'm not saying something that's not available to us. Our people, a lot of our people are stuck in a poverty mindset, so they don't think it's possible. Then when I show you this person who's doing it, then I show this person who's doing it, and this person doing it, and then it's like, well, we pay taxes. Taxes are not that expensive. They're not. If you're only paying taxes, it's not that expensive. Especially if you're talking about fruitful areas like in the South. Like if you up north in New York and like Washington and California, yeah, sure, maybe you could complain about taxes. Yeah, taxes might be high out there. But if you talk about in the South, property taxes are not that expensive. So why is everybody saying that? The people who be saying that are the most ignorant. Like people who own houses, they know that taxes really aren't that expensive. Like, of course, if you add on a mortgage, sure.
Wow.
Like, it's expensive when you paying your taxes. But if you ain't got no mortgage and you're not adding the taxes with that, it's not. You can get a few acres and pay a couple of $1,000s a year. $5,000 a year. $10,000 a year or less for taxes. And people be paying, let's calculate rent. Let's calculate rent. If somebody paying, we'll just say, $1,000 for rent. $1,000 for rent every year is $12,000. So what? Yet dudes have no issue going up in a female's DM to try to get it on. And when she want to get serious, you just go on to the next one because it's like, oh, well, she's being too deep. I don't want to talk to her anymore because, oh, she's actually holding me accountable and making me do stuff. Okay, what then? Y'all say y'all want wives. Y'all say y'all want families. But when it comes to a female that's really ready to have a family and build an empire with you, y'all just turn into noodle legs. Just all weak in the knees. What's going on? What's actually going on? This has been happening for, like I said, 4 years, but really, really deep, the past 2.5 years. Then I'm going to touch on this situation a little bit so people don't get too distracted. Folks getting arrested for speaking out for the people, for building communities, for gathering people together. Folks getting arrested. People want to focus on everybody getting arrested and not focus on their own life. Yes, free the brothers and potential sisters. I haven't heard too much about any sisters getting arrested for good causes. However, yes, free the brothers that are getting arrested for causes that are helping the community. However, focus on your own life. Folks done started petitions. Folks done started movements to free people, yet they won't free themselves. Your children still in school. Why are you focused on what another man has going on in his life, man? You still got your children in public school, not in any type of accelerator program, so they don't have to mingle amongst the rest of them. Ain't got them outside of no type of school programs for them to expand their minds in different ways. Yet want to argue with me about gardening and homeschooling. What? Free Thinker said, LOL, they all fake. Zen said, we'll be at that point soon. I've got a business I'm investing into. When I make it, I'll hit your line. Free Thinker said, Mr. King Draco said, better than working 9 to 5s. Well, 9 to 2s. It was either 2s or 5s. Free Thinker said, I have residential land now, but still gotta wait on the enemy to schedule a survey. Truth, some of them not aware though, some of them. If we put our funds together, it wouldn't be a problem, but we're not going to do it. I don't understand why we complain, but don't do nothing to fix it, just to continue in pain. Mr. King Draco said, I'm not one of those masculines. Okay, every time somebody says I'm not one of those, or it's not all of us, it's like, yeah, don't, just, if you gotta say that, like, other bro is in the comments saying he has land, okay? And I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to look at your profile picture. I can't tell if you're the person I think you are, because I don't recall your name on my channel too much. But like other people, they be telling me, yeah, I bought an RV. Yeah, I got this going on. Or yeah, mosquito. Or like, yeah, I did this. Or yeah, my wife homeschools her. I homeschool our kids. We travel. We live in a van. We're doing van life. Like, you know, we're nomads. Like, you know, people say stuff like that. Just saying that you're not one of those people makes me think the opposite, because other people tell me about the progress they're making. Bro's telling me about the progress he's making. Just saying that you're not one of those people, it's just like, okay, well, what are you doing to not be one of those people? And like you said, it's like, it will be a lot easier. People will put their funds together and do it, but they're not going to do it. Like I said, they're just like, we had the plan. It was right in front of our face. We were at the property. We went to the property a couple of times. Everybody looked at it. There was already some vegetation growing without the property being groomed, without people being over there to take care of it. There was like some wild onions growing already. So it was really good. It was really fertile. People were looking at it. We, you know, we went to it. Like, all we did, we had to split up the cost, and people just didn't keep their word. So what's actually going on? Like, what's actually going on? Because this is not, the government is not the problem in these situations. The government's not the problem in these situations I'm talking about. I'm talking about issues with our people. I'm talking about our people coming together and building structures and doing what we need to do. And dudes be wanting to get with females so they can get their rocks off. And of course, there's toxic females out here too who are distractions. They be distracting the dudes from making certain decisions and from staying focused on the task. They ain't no better than the dudes who are toxic, who say that they want to be in charge and be the leader. I remember, I don't know if I should say what city I was in, but anyway, I was with a group of people, and the folks done got to arguing, and then I was standing next to this dude. I was like, man, what's going on? He was like, yeah, something, you know, I already know I could be the leader, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, in my head, I'm like, who was leading who? What? You could be the leader. Why? You ain't brought up one idea. Like having an actual idea and plan of action? No. They made nice gestures, which is great, but anybody can make nice gestures and not fulfill the goal or the mission. Anybody can do that. Everybody has some capacity to be nice or fake nice. So I'm just here to get everybody a reality check to get their priorities straight, man. Get your priorities straight. And evolve to an abundance mindset. Don't think about it as, oh, well, I'm paying for land. I'm paying the system and blah 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 for land that's already mine. Well, someone else owns that land. You're not paying the government for the land unless you're buying it from the government, which you can do, and you can get free land from the government, but people don't even want to get that far. Most of the time you're going to be paying a person for the land that they owned previously. You're not paying the government for the land most of the time. So what do people even be talking about? Mosquito. Got it. And stop looking for spiritual girls just to trick on them. What's wrong with y'all? That is so annoying. That is so annoying. You want somebody that's spiritual until they have a dream about you, and then you want to be like, oh no, that's not true. And then it's like, well, yes, it is. Like, what? What, bruh? What? I knew it was either God. I knew it. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're doomed. LOL. I'm sorry. I'm doing my own thing. Forget the collective is stressful. That's what I said. I said that too. I was like, yo, forget. Listen, I've been doing so much for the community. I was like, forget everybody. I'm doing my own thing.
Moochie came to the door.
I came
With
to the door like that?
No,
yeah,
she
he
took.
was at the door. Was you leaving him outside when y'all was playing together?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, go back out there. So,
Here, listen to
he getting his shoes. He getting his other shoes. Okay, but COVID is our chance to cap on everything, and we're passing. Oh, bro, thank you. Everybody keep forgetting that 2020 it's the gateway. There's so much chaos happening right now. All you gotta do is just get all this stuff while everybody else is distracted.
You already told him.
I did.
You told him already.
Nobody's focusing. Nobody's
Y'all better get it
focusing.
while you can get it.
Literally everything was cheap. I remember specifically my mom, she follows these gardener people. They were talking about different generators and different stuff that were like on sale at the time. She got the stuff while it was on sale. She told me how they like darn near doubled, tripled in price now. And that was 3 years ago. I'm not saying something that don't make sense. Everything I'm saying makes sense. We got inflation. Niggas paying $10 for eggs when you bought your own chickens. You won't have to pay that much for. You won't have to pay nothing for eggs. You just pay to keep. Oh my gosh! You just pay to feed the chickens, and you don't even have to pay to feed the chickens. They get free food from a lot of areas. What is everybody talking about? This is so stressful. I didn't think it would be this hard to talk to black people about things that are simple. If you don't like the fact that you're getting poison at the grocery store, grow your own food and trade with people who also grow their own food. If you don't like the curriculum of the school system, you teach your children your own curriculum.
Eat your chicken.
What? I don't get it. Heaven God said, I made it. Yeah. Free Thinker said, I literally gotta wait till these folks survey my land, but the land survey people stay booked because people buy land every day. I feel that, like, definitely doing, it's some things you can do to get around that. So it's like they survey it, and then, like, I think in certain parts of it, I think in certain parts of it, you can still do some stuff with it. Yeah. So, like, on the corner, instead of trying to use the whole thing straight off the bat, just using, like, you know, a quarter of an acre for some stuff, I feel like you would be able to do some progress with it. But, Mr. King Draco said, I agree. Free Thinker said, you're right, Ellie, LOL. It's the new religion, the new hustle, spirit hunters. Oh, I'm tired. We had multiple stimulus checks. I'm talking about multiple stimulus checks. You know what my family was doing when all the stimulus checks was happening? I remember my mom had got a couple of bread makers. She got a dehydrator. She got a couple of what are them called? Pressure cookers. The canners, all that. I don't want to hear nothing when nobody talking about. People be calling me a fraud. Like, the house where, you know, my family lives at, full of mason jars to store food. Y'all know I be moving around, so I don't be staying in one spot for a long time. But it's just like when we were on lockdown, we locked down on this information and this preparation. We wasn't just sitting at home not doing nothing. We was outside in the yard doing stuff. We was in the house getting stuff done, getting stuff prepared. So when it's needed, it's there, it's available. Folks be wanting to be sitting ducks. And then when stuff go haywire, then they want to be surprised when stuff start happening. It's like, we went through a worldwide crisis, and people act like we didn't go through a worldwide crisis. Who's to say that won't happen again? Not in the same way. It can be totally different next time. And they already talking about doing another one in 2025. They already said this on the news. The president was talking about it. What are y'all talking about? We only have a year and a half left until then. And y'all know what they did last time. They did the COVID thing during the election year. Next year is the election year. What are y'all talking about?
You gonna play with him or he going in the house?
I'm just thinking.
Mr. King Draco said, I'm just focused on meditation and moving things along. We are all tired of living in the system, Ellie. Please, we all have the same goals at the end of the day. I can't say for everyone, though. Freethinker said, exactly. Don't worry about them. They're going to accept Fed now. People don't even know what Fed now is. They don't know what CBDCs are. Nothing. I got a whole ebook talking about it, and I got free communities on my website where I explain these laws. I have 2 lots wooded. People are not worried about nothing, Ellie, until the lights go out. Convenience is our enemy. Meaning because the system's still up, people don't care. It's so annoying because it's the spiritual people who are the conspiracy people, and it's like, okay, if you believe in these conspiracies, why ain't you doing nothing? That's my thing. That's my thing. Zen said, we'll be ready. We just need to prepare ourselves. That's what I'm saying. This is how you prepare yourself. I don't get it. What? Am I not speaking the right English words? Like, do I need to speak in light language? Oh, hey, shino kundi. Boom. Bini tanaya. Korete ayagoshi. Bunti. Ayo. Maybe that'll get across to people. Maybe that'll be the thing. Speak Spanish. So necesitan comida. A la casa. You need food at your house. Okay. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm laughing the pain off because I've been getting so bullied by grown men. This is insane. For years. I already was a beast in the real estate game, and niggas were trying to stop me in the Matrix. Now I'm, helping people who are trying to escape the Matrix, and it's worse. It's worse. Black men bully me way woke, spiritual, and Hebrew Israelite men bully me way worse than business niggas did. Way worse. They just mad. Mad because I can help you? Weirdos. Freethinker said, I have a lot of things, physical things, but we all got to remain in good health and protected when things pop off. Yep. Mr. King Draco said, we have to build devices that offset the balance of the system. Facts. Like, literally, you get the land and you create a crystal grid. People not even trying to do that, though. They're not trying to learn about that. I got information like that coming soon on the channel. I'm going to actually talk to y'all about what's going on with this channel before I close out. Zen said, as we're on the same page, that's all that matters. Leandro Bertolino said, hello, love you. As soon as I start speaking Spanish, then you show up. No offense. I love you too. It's just, I was struggling with your name so bad. Freethinker said they claim to be all these titles SMH. I'm not going to say his name. I can't get into no more beef. I can't get into no more beef. I can't talk. I'm not gonna say nobody's name no more. I guess. You right. I'm just not. I'm not gonna say nobody's name on my live no more. If you read the comment, you read the comment. I'm not saying nothing. But if I don't know if y'all are able to see it, but my channel is monetized now and we have memberships. So I'm gonna be sharing certain information with people who have memberships only. I'm just being real. I see too many people are just not appreciating this free information, so I'm just moving stuff to people who are willing to pay. I'm not. It's not gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be like $20 a month. It's gonna be like $2. I think the lowest I could put it was $2. It was something like that for YouTube. And then each one goes up in different increments. That's just where I'm at right now, because it's like I know those people, they're willing to invest in themselves, so they're gonna appreciate the information that I'm sharing. And so I'm still gonna do free stuff like these lives. I'm still gonna do free stuff, especially the funny ones. But like for serious information and action plans, I'm not gonna be giving out stuff for free. I already got things that are available for free on my website. So if you want free information, you can go to my website. I've already shown y'all like here, click this link to read this whole post, and it gives you, and it like by reading my writing about certain topics, it changes your entire being as a person. People hear six figures, they think high value man, and then they think of Kevin Samuels, where it's like, bruh, a person making six figures, they're a chief. Like imagine making six figures and you still living in the hood. Do you know how many houses a person making six figures could own in the hood, and then he has his own thing going on, and then everybody in that neighborhood, in that little pocket of the hood, everybody grow this, everybody grow that, and then everybody trading food with each other, everybody having homeschool sessions at everybody's house. Come on now. Free Thinker said, alright, I feel you. Leandro said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 you. Okay. Mr. King Draco said we're on a similar frequency. Bumblebee said facts. Free Thinker said yep. Leandro said what? Y'all getting on that man's case. Free Thinker said nobody went in with me on my land. It hurts. So simple. I'm tired of being a human now. It's sad. Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you got it. That's the thing. It's like forget everybody. I'm gonna get it on my own. And me being a female, I'm constantly being told, "Oh no, don't think that way. You did it. Shut up. Shut up. I'm gonna do it my own. I'm gonna do it by myself because niggas not serious." Mr. King Draco said, "LOL. Oh, a lot of these rappers in our community spend all their money on fancy chains but don't give back. Fuck them. Fuck them. And fuck celebrities, because most of them, they sold us out. They awesome house niggas till we run up in their house. We know this. I'm talking about these spiritual niggas. Forget these niggas in the Matrix who sold their soul. Forget them. They're irrelevant. They make millions of dollars and they ain't even got financial literacy advisors. Folks be going bankrupt owning a helicopter. How you own a helicopter and you going bankrupt, now you gotta sell your helicopter? You should have had a financial advisor show you exactly what to do in order for you to completely pay cash for your stuff. And if not pay cash, at least get it financed to where even if you do go into bankruptcy, you don't lose certain assets. We can't even have that conversation. No, I'm going to save that for my paying members. Because no, I refuse to go into certain topics with people who are not paying me for my time and my energy. And this is YouTube. This is YouTube. There's so much free information you can learn. That's how I know people don't value free information. Libraries have existed forever. There are so many free resources of information. So many. That crack so many codes for us to elevate, not just as a black people, oh, free my brother. No. For you to gain independence yourself and to elevate to a different place of being. There's so much free information. It goes completely unappreciated. Free Thinker said, I heard some homeschool people be frauding for money. What? One guy told me he'd help with survey costs, never hit me back. Oh, I can't stand that. Zen said, some of them are agents. Yep. Free Thinker said, LOL. Yep, Ellie. Mr. King Draco said, LFAO. Free Thinker said, everybody at Agent Bro. You and me looking at Willie Green the third said, question. I have purple light shine my forehead and my whole body light up purple. Also, I have Upo that light up smoke color. What's the question? Like, why does your forehead light purple? I mean, that's like, if you're talking about right here, that's where your crown chakra is. And the crown chakra is purple. Free thinker said, yeah, I do lack some of that knowledge. Willie Green the third said, Grand Rising to Queen. Mr. King Draco said, we appreciate you and value you, Empress, but sovereign. Free thinker said, if we ain't came together yet, we the agents. Bruh, I don't even know what's going on at this point. But again, with the purple, that's some crown chakra action. So just study up on the crown chakra. Maybe get some amethyst crystals or something. Amethyst is just one crystal. You know, I'm not a crystal person, so I just know that one's purple. Now my crown chakra itching. What you got going on, bro? What you got going on? But yeah, you saying you lack some of the knowledge, but at least you own some land. You own 2 lots, so I ain't even worried about you. You can keep doing what you're doing, and because you're on the right track. You're not on the right track. You did the thing. Like what? You did the thing. Now all you need to do, as far as like whatever you're trying to do in your life, and that's it. He said that's just me though. Now I totally agree. People who haven't come together, I did like what people call agents is different, like tiers of being an agent. Like there's people who have come together with what we're doing. They just mess stuff up. So even though they were part of it, they were there to mess stuff up and cause confusion and disruption. So it's like they're more of an agent than somebody who hasn't done anything. Mr. King Draco said, I got an LED light that lights up all the colors, chakra colors. It's good for training chakras. Free thinker said, yep. One is $38 a year. The other is $80 for the other one. Okay. Zen said, I'm staying behind to help the community. And Jay Kuji says, sup, babyface goddess. What's up, dude? But I'm going to go ahead and go. I went live for way longer than I intended to. I was only intending to go live for like 30 minutes. I went over an hour. This was not part of my plan. But I appreciate the input and I appreciate hearing about progress. That's all I like. I like hearing about progress. I like people complaining and not doing anything about their complaints. It's just, it's beyond me at this point. It really is. Jay said, the post you sent me, I was Free thinkers said there are communities out here, but just not on media mostly. Talk to you later. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like I said, like people be doing it. People be having communes and compounds and off-grid communities, all that. They be having it. That's why I be tripping on like why people be disputing me so much. I'm just saying, hey, we should do what they did. Willie Green the third said, question, my life path is 33 or 6. Yeah, okay. I can't give you too much information on it in general. I can say if you pay attention to tarot, that is the number 6 is the Lovers and the zodiac sign of Gemini. So just study on that if you're into that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I have to get that off my chest. For all of the masculines, if you have friends or people you know who are getting out of line with the way that they acting, masculines, other masculines, just course correct them for me, please, because we're in a state of being right now where it's like they're not trying to listen to me, they're not trying to listen to females, they're not trying to listen to their mama, they're not trying to listen to their baby mama, their wife, they're not trying to listen to none of us. So they need another masculine to kind of direct them in the space that they need to go, because they ain't listening to nobody. I don't know. I would greatly appreciate y'all doing that and just, showing, being that example for them. Jay said, MJ. Mr. King Draco said, progress is key. MJ, are you playing a game right now? Are you cool with saying hey?
No, I got a problem right
Okay, well, MJ said he doesn't want to say here right now. He's
Yeah.
got a situation going on.
Minecraft, the honey blocks in the crafting table, and I can't get rid of it.
Oh, okay. We'll fix that in a minute. I'm gonna say bye to everybody. Zen said, "Don't worry, they'll get the message soon." They ain't gonna have no choice. I'm just here as a preface. I'm a prophetess. You know, I don't like to use that title a lot, but I get prophetic words and I tell the future. Like if you pay attention to what's going on in China, like it don't take a whole bunch of spiritual insight to see what's going on. Like you just see what they got going on over there. They're gonna try to bring that over here. But anyway, Shalom, Rain of Coins. I will see you in the next one. Bye.